quit beating yourself up. Quit bullying yourself, Zoli. Don't bully yourself. I got to stop doing that one.
You do. And I think it's a lesson for all of us to stop being so hard on ourselves because we're all learning and changing. We've never done this before. And a lot of the physical stuff is hard. And then you add in everything else that's going on and stuff that's beyond your control. And you're going to be a little crazy at times.
Yeah, the crazy. And wouldn't it be great to be a sociopath if shit bothers you?
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Good. Me neither.
I don't know what's the opposite where you care too much.
Oh, there's levels to that. It's like the scale for sociopathology. It's a scale like autism, and we all might have a little breath of that every now and then. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, clearly.
You're just making it through your day.
Yeah.
So what do you do to reset yourself when things kind of seem backwards like that? Even just, you thought you were an INFP all this time and now you're not, or even other things that just seem weird or out of place.
To me, I go, isn't that interesting? Why did that happen? What is the reasoning behind that? And so we look for connections. If I didn't know that then and I know it now, what does it connect me to? How can I improve myself? And what part of my value system that I know about that is unchangeable connects with the new information that I have? And we have to trust ourselves somewhat. You got to have some trust that this is your journey and it's a divine mission. You've lived thousands of lives, and here's just another one. You'll definitely be living more of them. And this is a snapshot in the camera. Definitely know not figuring everything out. So that is a breath of fresh air for me to say, I don't have to figure it all out. All I have to do is go further within and find out that calm of who I am. The breathing techniques has helped me enormously. Oh my God, what a difference that's made. To be calm inside, to slow down my movement. That's made a huge difference in my life. So you can try that if you want. I don't know if it works for you. Maybe you move too slowly anyway. I don't know.
The part about trusting yourself, I think, is important to restate because we're so programmed not to trust ourselves. And we almost don't know how sometimes.
Media has a lot to do with that. The media of it. And I think one understanding the chaotic times that we see, hear, and participate in, that's physical to varying degrees now, is that all of the frequencies and forces are participating more overtly in the birth of this new world. You have more visual, you have more noise, more auditory, more participation. And if you think that all the levels are indeed all those unseen forces, those frequencies, they always participate, but increasingly they do so through the visible, the auditory, the physical world awareness. Let's take a peek at who these magnificent things are, and they are cool. You got the David Kingdom, which is huge. That's the evolutionary and the negative in the involuntary arcs. You got the Space Brothers, the cryptids, the populations, of course, of animals. You have humanity, Maitreya and hierarchy, the astral worlds, the mental levels, all those 7 levels are involved. And right now, everything's like on fire. Why are we noticing all this? It can drive you crazy. It really, really can. And to me, this is a huge collaboration that we humans experience on all levels. I guess according to our own point of evolution and skills, to use our inner senses to intuit truth because this is a lot of noise. This is a lot of external stimulation. And we have to be aware of the deceptions. Media wants you to believe that all people and all institutions are violently affecting your personal life all the time, all the time. It's all a big fat lie and it's triggering your reptilian brain and your limbic system. And we tend, when that happens, we go into fear, and we need to get information. We need there are actually more untruths coming at us, I think, than usual because of all the stimulation. So it's all from what we see and hear, right? That social media, TV, radio, internet, just feel what this does to you. Just feel. What do you want to do about it? I think just feel it and notice it and go, huh, why do I feel differently now than I did a minute ago? So here's an idea. So, law enforcement, we know this, we've discussed this, they deal with 10% of the population 90% of the time. And so do these social sites and the media. Many people are in fear because of their own unresolved emotional stuff, these imprints from childhood, right? We're programmed. We all got it. Most of the screamers and the wide eyed people you see outraged, incensed, violent, basically losing it in public. It's really less than 10% of the population, right? Just take a look and be aware of how you feel. When you get this stuff on TV and on the internet of people losing their stuff against authority figures, that triggers all this basal stuff inside of you. And it's not everybody. Look out your window. Do you see any of that? I hope not. Probably not. I'm really intrigued with this word rage that's been artfully and purposefully introduced every day into social media, on the internet, and the ways that we seek to connect. Enraged, outraged, let's blame the other side. Two specific weaponized words are used to blame everybody else and to blame you, by the way, if you don't agree with them. You're supposed to be outraged. That's popular. Do you see it? That's what you're being told to do. It's okay now to lose your emotional control because that's what we want you to do. You will belong if you do that. And by the way, don't do that. you know, and watch how leaders and popular people's names and images have become memes. So this is what I see. Media will show you the image of a person and displays or trigger words with that to make you associate that person's image with certain words. And it's repetitive over and over and over. It's repetitive selection by all sources. And it downs your frontal lobe, this gift you have of discernment. Just consider it when you are hit over and over with the visual of a person that's famous or in the news, and then you hear or see a certain word continuing to be associated with that person, you're being manipulated. And yeah, look out your window. Do you see any of those people? I don't. I don't see them. The protests are good. Protests are fine. That's what you want to express yourself. And the protest these days is like you'll have 10,000 people out there protesting certain countries. You'll have all kind of flags. You'll have Save the Whales, do this or that. And so what? It's kind of a big mishmash. It can be very confusing, but you don't have to go. And I joke and say, I'll never go because I may break a heel. I like my high heels. So once again, look out your window. Do you see any of these people? Do you see any of those leaders? I doubt it. And these media sources infect you with the fear of a normal person losing so much of their emotional control that that person is controlled by those images, those memes. And you're told it's okay. It's not okay. You learn in kindergarten, don't do that. You know, you'll be in the principal's office if you keep doing that. Have your unshakable values. Develop some values and courage, and don't be a nice person. Don't agree with everybody or suck up. Be a kind person, be polite, and be able to back away from these things that media is triggering you to have to, like me, go do breathing exercises, go be calm. It's the times we're in, and we agreed to this. It's why we're here. So these are the times we were warned about, and we're in them. So what? We're going to figure it out. But, and I've said this before, and I truly believe this. What an awesome, a superbly useful opportunity it is to learn more self control, right? We're all triggered at times. We have these external stimuli and the internal signals to freeze, flight, fight, whatever you're doing. That's not going to go away. And don't think your ability to self correct stops that from happening. It will continue to happen. You will see it in other people, you will see it on the news, but you have to control yourself. The purpose of self correction is to recognize when you're triggered, because you will be. That's life, right? See, the ability that you develop in your kit, your situational awareness, can trigger you to think, what does this remind me of from my past? What are they wanting me to feel? For example, commercials on television. Have you noticed you don't really see the price of things, right? What you see is certain colors that are indicative of color therapy, color control. So you've got the visual, and then you have words going with that telling you how much easier your life will be. You will have people who look like you, act like you, who are paid actors to say those things. And we fall for it. It's human nature. So the only way to save your ass is to find out more who you are. What do you believe in? Get a backbone, be courageous, find some things that you can get your teeth into and hold on for your life. Because this next couple years are going to be very, very challenging. The powers that have controlled us for years, centuries, whatever, they're losing their power. I'd like to believe it's because we are growing and evolving, but it's just time. It's time.